Hey everybody, I am just checking in today. I went to my final pre-op appointment and everything went well there. I've been on the liquid diet for 3 days now and I've lost 7 pounds, so that's pretty cool. All you gotta do is drink liquids and, poop like crazy and pee a lot and you'll lose weight. Hopefully the rest of the whole process isn't like this. I hear that it levels out after a while. I've got my little drink container here. I got this at the Dollar General for $2. Oop, $2. Whatever. I had a little issue when I was at the doctor's office. I noticed that I was having this pain underneath my left shoulder blade. And it felt like it was like between my ribs and my shoulder blade, or the back of my ribs and my shoulder blade. So I came home after the doctor. I tried to stretch it out while I was at the doctor's office. Nothing was working. So I went and laid down with my son, and we ended up taking a nap for like 2 hours. And I usually don't let him sleep that long because just like now, it's 12:30 and he's awake because, you know, he needs to get all that energy out. Otherwise, he's up. So I took a nap with him, and I woke up from my nap, and all of a sudden there was this heavy feeling on my chest, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And it felt like I needed to cough, and even now, it's still really heavy, like I need to cough. But when I go to cough, it's nothing. It's very dry. So, excuse me, see. I sat there for a little while and I called my husband. He was going to be home late from work. And I just couldn't figure out what I needed to do. So I called my mother. She told me to call my family doctor. So I called my family doctor, and she said, from what it sounded like, because I was starting to have chest pain, she said, well, you're having chest pains, go to the ER. And I am not the type of person that likes to go to RER because they, it's not your typical ER. And they just kind of push you along, and nothing's really ever found. But at any rate, I didn't want to risk the chance of possibly having pneumonia because that's what it felt like. It felt like I had pneumonia. I couldn't figure out where it came from because I was just fine. Excuse me. So I I went and I was there by myself for a little while, but then my husband showed up and they did a chest X-ray and they ran some blood work and they did an EKG and a CAT scan of my chest and lungs because they wanted to make sure I didn't have a blood clot. Everything came back normal. Like I told you, everything comes back normal. I got my little packet here. I like to show you guys my different packets that I get along the way. And if you can see, they've just prescribed Mucinex. Good old-fashioned Mucinex, so I can hack this stuff out before the surgery so I'm not getting sick afterward, or not as likely to get sick. So that's pretty much how things went. I just got home from the hospital at like 11:20 and it's now 12:30. As far as the liquid diet is concerned, I'm doing pretty good. This morning I had a yogurt for breakfast, and for lunch I had some pureed potato soup. Our doctor said that you can crumble up some Ritz crackers, make sure they're crumbled fine, and puree it with it. So it gives it just a little better flavor, because sometimes condensed soups can be kind of bland. You don't want to overload them with salt. And then for dinner I had a protein shake, which I will fill you guys in on my different protein shakes I've been trying out. And then I had a cup of bouillon broth, which, I'm pretty satisfied. I mean, for the most part, it's what you have to do. so I'm willing to work with it. My shakes. I am using the Walmart whey protein that has 52 grams per 2 scoops. They told me at my doctor's office to only use 1 scoop and try and get my proteins through as many natural sources as possible. So they at least want me to get 20 to 25 grams of a supplement protein, because according to our surgeon, it's 60 grams of protein a day for women. So I have been doing 2 cups of milk, which, I'm sure after the surgery I'm not going to be able to get near this down in one sitting like I have with this. I do 2 cups of 1% milk, which equals out to about 10 grams of protein right there. And then I do 1 scoop of the vanilla whey protein, which is like 27 grams of protein. And there's different ways that I sauce it up. The first thing that I do is Amelia's Frappuccino mix, which I have 2 different taster's choices that I've been using. I've been using the hazelnut and the regular. So if I just want a day where it just tastes like coffee, that's a good one too. If you like coffee with a little bit of cream, it's perfect. And then the hazelnut one is just delicious. I had a friend who had never really liked hazelnut or coffee, and she had had a lap band a couple months ago, and I let her try my Frappuccino protein shake, and she really liked it. So it is versatile for several different people. The last one that I just tried tonight is pretty close to my favorite. I am using the same vanilla whey protein, same amount of milk, only now I put in a teaspoon and a half of orange extract, and then I blend that up. I like to use my personal blender. It's sort of like the Magic Bullet, only I bought mine at Target, and it works better actually. Purees really well. I put that in, and then Cool Whip has their Cool Whip in a can. I don't know how well I'm going to react to it afterwards, but for now, it's pretty good. And I just put a little tiny dollop of it on top so that every time I take a sip, I get just a little bit of the Cool Whip, and it tastes just like a dreamsicle. Absolutely delicious. So I'm doing pretty good with the protein shakes. I don't get the grit that everyone talks about with the Walmart protein. So take a take a look at it. The protein that I got, excuse me, has 27 servings, but a serving is, you know what, it might have been 17 servings. Sorry, 17 servings. But a serving size is 2 scoops, and you're only going to be using 1. So, you'll have 32 servings. For 14 and some change, so say 15 bucks, that's not that bad. It'll last you a while. And then when I get done with it, I just put it in my cup, and there's a nice open mouth here that has a good seal on it, and it just kind of pops into place. But this, I want to say, is a 16 ounce, maybe it's a 20 ounce container here, and it holds perfectly the 2 cups, and then there's a little space left over if you wanted to put that whipped cream in there to give it a little juice. Other than that, everything is going really well. I was really surprised that I lost weight. I knew I didn't gain any, but I didn't think I was going to lose any. So I was really happy about that. If you guys have any questions about the liquid diet, again, I'm willing to give copies of the book that I have to anyone who needs it. It's very, very helpful. So give me a shout out if you're interested in that. Otherwise, keep your chin up, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.